Recording.
Well, we gotta do some stills.
Oh yeah. Yep, I can't see shit. This guy. This guy. This guy. And maybe I'll do another this guy.
Dab.
Dab on these bitches. And I dabbed on these bitches. And I dabbed on these bitches. Okay. Shit, dude. The notes to the fucking Aftershock festival is on my phone.
Oh shit.
Okay, but I think I can remember a lot of it.
It's like that. We could do a little shorter episode, just like
Yeah.
a little short, little live, whatnot.
Yeah, I think we could do it. It's interesting,
Yeah,
like being in the same room doing the podcast.
it is really different.
Yeah,
Because it's like, where do I look? Do I look at you guys, or do we look at each other?
I feel like we need to focus on the cam a little bit because we are talking to the audience. But then again,
We're talking to each other. Yeah.
I think what you should do is go like upstairs somewhere
Yeah,
to your
we'll
own
just-
laptop, and we'll just like get on like a chat on
There
the
we go.
screen.
Yeah, we can't do this in person. It's weird. It's weird, guys. I don't think we should do this anymore.
I don't think so either. Well, welcome to the A2J podcast. Something's new. Something's
I wonder
weird.
what it is.
I'm your host Axel, and this is my co-host John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here in person.
Welcome to Ferndale, California.
Yeah, dude. When we like got here, they gave us these glasses to fit in.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It was kind of one of those things. I thought it was kind of weird. No one else was wearing them, so. But John told me that this is what if we weren't wearing them, police would show up. So.
Don't tell him.
But we're on our this is kind of like an annual vacation that me and the wife kind of always do for our anniversary,
Mhm.
and we invite all the assholes along. So, yeah. And it's nice because John, you live up in Fort Bragg now,
Yeah,
so
About-
it's kind of nice.
just 3 hour drive. We used to live up in this area where it was been like a 45-minute drive to get to the campground that we usually go to.
Yeah,
Right.
up in that's Elk Prairie, California. That's a good spot if ever you're up north trying to camp.
Dope.
Yeah, but don't crowd it. So actually, don't go there. It's actually shit.
Yeah, it's poopy. They just had to redo all their pipes because of the poopy.
Yeah, so that was a shit show. So like to even explain that, so months and months ahead of time because the campsite used to not do reservations.
Mhm.
So like it was 2 years ago that we found out that they started doing reservations.
Yeah.
Like, and we showed up and there were like no campsites besides some that somebody canceled
Yeah.
last minute.
So we were lucky it got that side. That was also the year that the fucking ranger was being a dick.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk about that some other time because that's a good story too.
Yeah.
That's kind of like on the lines of the Oroville story when they assumed that you were just like giving him your
Oh yeah. Is he on honey oil? No, he doesn't do drugs.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Positive.
Yeah.
I've tried to give him drugs.
So the place we reserved spaces way ahead of time. Like we were good peeps about it. We were like being good kids, you know.
Yeah.
And we had 2 spots and like everything was set up, and then October 3rd we get my wife gets an email that the reservations are like canceled because a water pipe burst and they had to do like construction
Emergency construction
Yeah.
to fix it.
from
Fucking
October
bullshit.
1st to the 31st. So we're already in October
Yeah.
and we get the email on the 3rd of it. So yeah, she had she was working with the parks department to get it first off make sure we get the money back because they said we're returning everyone's money,
Yeah.
but we didn't hear any word after that.
Yeah.
And we reserved this Airbnb we're staying at, which is a non-refundable reservation.
Oh no. so we did get our camp money back and we shelled out for Airbnb.
Yeah,
Everybody owes us like $300, please. Thank you.
yeah. She fought tooth and nail to get them to like say something about sending the money back, and finally she was able to get it. But what was funny was she looked on the website again, and they changed that date, that emergency cancellation date, from the 1st to the 11th for construction. So we technically could have been at the campsite, but they didn't update us on that. They just were like,
fuck it, we cancel.
we're canceling everything. And then, well, we changed the date, but we're not going to tell you we're not canceling your stuff.
Yeah. It's like we already went through the rigmarole, like we're canceling it, like we're just done. We'll start it fresh next month.
So I
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
but still,
I kind of feel like if we had not found that out, or if I hadn't had even tried to call them to get the refund, that they would have just let it happen, and the reservation would like went through and stuff, and then we would have just been out $225, dude. Because they'd be like, well, they didn't show up, and
they didn't show up, or they didn't read our email.
Yeah. Well, they never sent the updated email, which is super funny. So we're here in Ferndale, California, which is just south of where we usually camp, and it's been pretty cool. It's a cool little town. You stated beforehand that there's some like racist history behind the town. You want to get into that, or is the town kind of?
I've just heard some things. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a beautiful little town. Like, as you can tell, I kind of fit in.
Yeah.
But like, I've just heard a lot of things from people that have, lived up here for a while and have talked about their experiences here, and it's not pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get me wrong, it's outwardly pleasant, which gets people to come in.
Yeah.
But it's once you live here, you kind of start seeing the underbelly of the society that lives here.
Right.
Because I've heard rumors, this is all conjecture, just me just spreading rumors down the rumor mill. Let's do this. Is that they actually had some kids going to high school that they got kicked out because of their skin color. But haven't done any research or nothing on it, so I'm literally just speaking out my ass right now.
Yeah, what is that? Like, that's just like stories that rumor mill has been passed around. Like, don't go to Ferndale, even though they're nice people.
We're great here. We like to make pie.
And another cool thing, which maybe, I mean, I don't know Guy Fieri's past or anything, but he's like. He's from Ferndale, and he's like now he like funds a lot of the stuff around here.
Mm-hmm. He's rad. Like Guy Fieri, Flavortown. Like I think he's a personal hero of this channel.
I wonder if he was like in high school at the time that happened.
He's the one who caused it.
I hope he was on the right side of history.
You guys want to come to Flavortown? Not with that skin tone.
God. You gotta be this color.
You have to be white and have flame for shirts and like skunk hair.
Yeah, you gotta have white frosted tip skin color.
Oh god damn it, dude.
I really hope he was on the right side of history, because that there's like a store in here. I think it's like the Humboldt, or it was just like the Ferndale store or something.
Yeah.
Like
can't remember the name, but yeah,
it's like a gift shop, and it's like it had like a whole area just dedicated to like Flavortown, Guy Fieri stuff.
Guy Fieri shine. It's pretty awesome.
Is it Guy Fieri or Guy Fieri? I've been intermixing because I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be like Italian. Fieri, but I also think he's very kind of trailer trashy.
Yeah.
Like, it's Fieri.
I think if it depends, like, if he's going to a car show, it's Guy Ferrari.
He just changes it everywhere he goes. Guy feta cheese.
Yeah. He goes to his hometown and it's Guy Fieri, and then he goes to, like, abroad and he's like, it's Guy Fieri, Yeah.
I'm one generation removed from Italia.
Yeah.
But no, that place is sick. Like, he's apparently like the landlord of it, and like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it said on the sign, it's like Guy Fieri's our landlord.
That's cool.
So like, I think he like keeps it up and running. A lot of local artists put their stuff in there. Like, a lot of that stuff is from local people, makers. So like, that's the one thing I do love about the North Coast, is having a lot of like homemade maker options. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely sucks on the price, but like I definitely get it. It's a guy just like me, like you, a person like us, just trying to
Yeah,
get by.
you made a craft and now you have to put a price tag on it, like, and you put in time for it, so it's like, okay, am I gonna put the price tag as like what the item would cost in a Walmart, or
Yeah,
my hours work to make this?
yeah, no, because it's like at the blacksmith shop. I really want to get one of those meat hooks
Yeah,
and shit, and then you look at the price and it was like $100, and it's like at first look, you're just like $100 for something that you use just to flip meat.
yeah,
But then you actually look at it, it's like, dude, like that's some sick, intricate design on the end. Like
yeah,
one of them looked like an octopus, just had that sweet, like just cool. I was like, oh,
yeah.
just, yeah, grill that meat.
Yeah, the prices on some of the stuff was costly, but
Worth it.
Renaissance Fair, double it. Okay.
Well, that's the Renaissance Fair, dude. You're paying for that nerddom.
You're paying venue prices at the Renaissance Fair.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
And like, I love Renaissance fairs and I love all that shit like it, but it definitely seems that like it's very like clicky, or like you got in as a vendor at the Renaissance fair, so you can literally do like a 20% upcharge
Yeah,
just because you got in.
yeah,
Like
definitely.
it's like, oh, we're at a Renaissance fair, these nerds are going to pay for this because
Mhm.
they're nerds. Where it's like, dude, like that wasn't what it was about. But I digress.
Yeah, I just wish that, I mean, if that specific area, like there would just be like a enclave of people in vendors being like, I'm selling it at like a decent price, because like there's people here that are just like spending all their money to get here.
Dude, it'd be so nice. Like just like either having that one person, or just like he finally like they get to that point. It's like, I'm not really selling anything. So
Yeah. But the cool thing about this area was that a lot of the shops that we talked to the owners about like what they're selling would be like, yeah, this is like, here's like some of our stuff, but then there's all these other artists that make up what we're selling in this store,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all part of like the same community. Some of them are up in like Eureka or like further up,
Yeah.
but they're all within this like area.
Yeah. The humble community in a sense.
Yeah,
No, that's one thing that was like super sick about like living up here is like there's still somewhat of a barter system that goes on if you just meet the right people and talk with them. It's like you can definitely trade for shit. Like I think up until like 10 years ago, they still actually had humble bucks, which was strictly for like local businesses and stuff like that.
okay, that's wild.
Yeah, like it was like legitimately like its own currency up here.
That's sick.
Yeah, I remember hearing a couple things about it. I kind of want to do like a little like dive on that and stuff of just like America's currencies, and if like what kind of like side currencies that the people have done, and either A, been shut down by the government, or just kind of faded to time because people stopped doing it.
McDonald's burger bucks.
Dude, fuck camel bucks, man. I remember my dad having fucking stacks of those bitches, dude. Fucking just little fucking country crock fucking butter tins just full of them. It's like, oh, what's in here? Camel dollars. Cool. What are you gonna get with this, Dad? You got those sweet like actor chairs and stuff that you pull down, and it had Joe Camel just on it, fucking smoking a cigarette and shit. Yeah, I'm not fucking brainwashed at all.
No, not at all. I'm gonna turn on a light. I knew this was gonna happen. No, please, come on.
It like wants to.
Yeah, what the?
It's like maybe open one of the windows.
It's the sun is going down.
Yeah.
I wanted to grab the light, but I'm using a charger for.
Easy SpongeBob. Easy SpongeBob.
I guess that's gonna have to be it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well be a dark episode.
All right. That's fine.
Alright, quick. Speed it up.
Yeah.
But fuck, no, it's been good seeing you guys. Like, it's awesome always being able to get together in person. Like,
Yeah.
did just see you guys a couple weekends ago though, but
Yeah.
it's nice to have one that's like,
That was fun though.
yeah,
That was a good weekend.
dude,
We
played some D&D,
yeah.
fucking drank.
and then I was like kept just putting out the idea of doing an episode like no matter what, like after D&D, which lasts till like
2 a.m. Let's do this.
it was like I think, wasn't it midnight?
We ended at midnight, yeah.
Yeah, it was midnight when we ended, and I kept joking like we could just do one at 2 a.m. It's fine. But my social battery was just so depleted. I did feel it the next day where I was just like, we should have recorded something. It probably would have been dog shit,
Garbage.
but I felt like what would be cool is if we did like if I did what I normally do, like the spice clips, as I call them, but just like clips of the night of our recorded, and it's just us like pounding more beers, just like trying to power through a topic.
A clip of us just like pounding like just different beers, like each one's different.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it's like the chink and the drink, the chink chink drink, you know?
That would be a fun episode to do, just to get fucking schmammered.
Yeah, I just think if I had prepared, because my problem is that like after D&D, I always hit this point where I'm just like, afterwards I'm just done.
Yeah.
What I needed to do was I needed to have like caffeine ready to like go in my system.
Go fucking shotgun a fucking Celsius or
Yeah.
something.
Just get that gamer subs out. Fucking
Not even powder, just into your mouth and just drink the water.
Yeah, not even mixed.
Use your mouth as a shaker. And just...
Yeah, it was a fun game, fun night. Yeah, we like I remember just laying on the couch and you and my wife were just like still talking about D&D and stuff, and I'm just like,
I'm done.
More. No more.
Fuck Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. She always is looking for validation, so like everybody leaves and I'm just like the last one there. I'm like, no.
She's like corning you in the back.
Did you like it?
Yeah, did you like it? What'd you think of this character?
Yeah.
He's like, let me go to bed, please.
Did you notice this thing? Like, I did. I just, can we talk about it?
Tell me about the game before the game even happens.
She's pretty, she's pretty good about like not leading me into like spoilers or anything.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
No, that's how like Sam is when I like DM for you guys and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would tell her what like I want to do before the game and like
Yeah.
things that are supposed to go down. And then after fact of what happened during the game and how you guys either fucked it up or just completely bypassed it. I remember it was like one time we were playing the first campaign I ran.
Yeah.
And it was like you guys were sailing after a slave ship.
Oh,
And I was like, oh, they like, it seems like they spot you and turn around. You guys are like, oh, we go home. I'm just like, what? And you guys are like, we sail back home.
we were playing hella safe. That was the thing.
Dude, yeah.
We just like, well, we're not like a full blown like ship for fighting. We're supposed to be like a fishing trip.
Yeah. We came out here to fish and we have to deal with pirates.
Yeah, we were fishing sharks, like, and these guys probably have cannons or a slave ship, you know? Like, what are we gonna do? So we turn around.
You guys are, straight home. I was like, well, they're like 10 pages away.
Just crying. Just, okay, maybe I could just make a whole shopping trip when they get back at port and waste a bunch of hours.
There's literally been very few times where I've like wanted to get up and walk away, and that was one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I prepped so much, everything was like going according to plan, like everything. Like I was like, oh, step 1, step 2, we're on step 3 now, and the guys are like, go home. I'm just like, but.
There's more. Wait, there's a
rudder break.
Oh, there's some hot mermaids. And
There's some sweet mermaid pussy.
yeah. You can, if you have, all of a sudden you have a spyglass and you can see a mermaid shaking their tits on a slave ship. Oh shit.
The tail's only from the knee down, so you know what that means.
Finally.
Someone understands.
Yeah.
You can't fuck a fish bottom.
Yeah. Finally, they can sexualize everything, even like mythical creatures that are like
That's
set
the
in stone.
point of mythical creatures was to sexualize them. It's like, I love the theory of like
Like Sasquatch, like I'm always sexualizing Sasquatch. Little hairy tits.
Get over here with that big old dick. But I love like where they think mermaids came from was from like people seeing manatees.
Oh yeah.
And shit, and then I'm just like, how? Like, how do you see a manatee and you're like, fuck yeah. That thing right there, I'm gonna go out there and fuck it. But then again, I've never also been out at sea for years.
And just like drinking whatever's around because you ran out of alcohol. Yeah, drinking that
Whoa.
lamp oil.
Yeah.
Have like, because I don't know if they're using kerosene, but like just getting huffing like kerosene.
Well, I
fumes
think
and
they're
stuff.
using like whale oil,
Yeah,
like whale blubber and shit during that time.
probably.
Like, yeah, that or olive oil, like some kind of oil. I'm not a scientist.
Just using olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Egyptians would use.
Oh, really?
And stuff.
For
Like, you know, those little,
lamps
like,
and stuff?
yeah, like, because, you know, like the genie lamp, that was like a lighting lamp. Like, you could pour stuff out into it, but they would have a wick going down the front end of it, and it's, you'd light that,
Yeah.
and it would just have the little top lit, but it wouldn't leave any soot.
Poor genie.
Yeah, right? Burn them alive, man.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fun.
technically, I don't think they could die, so it's just like,
Still,
torture?
yeah, it's just torture. It sounds like
I mean,
to me.
I don't know. I don't know genie biology.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe they like the fire.
Maybe.
Maybe that's how you summon one. Enough fire gets burned into the lamp, which summons a genie from the other side.
Speaking of like genies, so in between since I last saw you and now, I actually was able to, because some family members couldn't make it, I got their Aftershock.
You lucky bitch.
Yeah, so the last day of Aftershock, I was able to like, go in for free. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Super lucky. I could kind of the same thing happened last year. Somebody couldn't go, and I was like going to be able to, but I just had a bunch of shit to do at the house. I was
Yeah.
like, I have to be responsible.
It's stupid.
I was also doing homework too. So
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
like,
Stupid.
yeah. But I do have some cool stories. I did put notes about what I saw at Aftershock. So I was the guy like on my phone just like typing furiously about everything I saw, all the like interesting
It's
funny
gonna
stuff.
make John laugh his ass off. Like,
Pretty much. So so we get in, and the first band we saw was Skillet.
nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Can't get me enough of that skillet.
I forgot about Skillet until like we walked up and I started reading
Like,
the
who's
thing
this
to him.
Yeah. Oh shit, skillet.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard him on the radio a bunch of times.
Right. Side note, that has happened to me with like the band Talking Heads.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
somebody's like, dude, you've heard of Talking Heads, right? I'm just like, no, never.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, this song. I was like, oh yeah, I know all of them.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that the name was Talking Heads.
Yeah. Yeah, so Skillet was, I mean, it was neat. Not really my thing, but
That's
it
the
was,
perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
It was neat.
the cool thing about like going to see bands live is that you're there for the band, but also if it's not the band you want to see, you're there for the energy around. And the energy of the Skillet show was like kind of nice. Everybody was just like, doing
Having a
whatever.
good time,
Yeah,
yeah.
just enjoying it. There was a part where okay, so one funny stuff was that they had the on one song they had these like platforms that would raise up and raise down and
Yeah.
stuff, and then they'd do like both at the same time and stuff. And so they had the lead guitarist and the rhythm guitarist on the platforms, and they were like, it had like a pole, so they would like, I think they attached on,
Yeah.
and so they were like safe up there, so they were like standing still as they're just like jamming out but not moving much. Yeah, so they did that for one song, and then the next song they had a celloist come out. And
Okay.
like total that one band that got really famous because they would do a lot of cello stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the same thing, but it was like that kind of vibe. wish I could remember that band's name right now. Big yellow text right here. Uh, but she
Yellow
came
card.
out and she's just like, yeah, I'm a cellist, bro.
I'm a
And
cellist.
and then the rhythm guitarist got off the platform and was like, they switched, and I laughed because it felt like it's your turn, come on. And the platforms, like sometimes they have like the drum kit on like a scissor lift that like goes up and then flips them over and stuff and like spins them around.
Just pulling the rush.
Yeah, it looks hella cool, but like these platforms, they just raised up to like maybe like 10, 15 feet. So it's like, what are we really enjoying here?
You
Like,
can take me higher. Not the same band, but
yeah, not the same band. Yeah, but that was interesting. And then like the song after that, he came out with these like Dr. Freeze-esque like fire extinguisher blowers on his arm.
Yeah.
And he starts like kind of blowing at the crowd, but because of like probably legal reasons, he's blowing above everyone's head.
Yeah.
And then the song like finally gets to the part where he needs to start singing, so like the stage hands come out and like take everything off of him as fast as possible.
Get it off.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. I was like super excited. I was like, yeah, awesome. And then also they rip him off. I'm like, damn, no, spray the crowd more.
Yeah, what? Could have gone for like 2 more minutes, man.
And then it took a turn like halfway through because he did like a little monologue about some political stuff. And it was right leaning.
Yeah.
And like he did make a statement about like he said something about what they're teaching your kids, and if you know, you know. So it's like
if you know, you know.
So
Everybody who's important knows what I'm talking about.
So I had to like at that point it was like, ugh. And then he was like, we have a new album out and it kind of covers a lot of these topics, but we're gonna play one of those songs now. And it's like the album's gonna release later, so it's like it's a special moment,
Yeah.
And already I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't care. So what ended up happening, the song was about, it was called I'm an Outlaw or some shit like that. And yeah, it wasn't that great. It was like just a bullshit ass song.
Yeah. You're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So what else we saw? I probably don't have the right order, but it doesn't matter. I think after that, Falling in Reverse was playing.
Okay.
Which is a lot of people at the show, like a lot of people were wearing Fallen in Reverse merch, and I was like, I don't even know these guys. They must be like good. A lot of people like them. And then my wife tells me like, oh, my friend says that guy's like the lead singer's kind of a piece of shit, and his whole shtick is like, I'm an asshole and I don't care. And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, before I move on, Skillet, when he there was one part he mentioned like started mentioning some of his like Christian ideology stuff, and the song started playing, and then somebody started waving like a Jesus Christ is Lord flag. I was like, no way. Like I'm not a Jesus guy, but like that was kind of rad. Like that, because that person carried that flag into the concert just for Skillet, They were just skillet heads out there, and like more.
What do you call them, griddles? Like,
Yeah.
What's up, all my skillet fans, you griddles?
What's up, my griddles? We're about to rock you
To the Christ Lord music.
Yeah. Yeah. So Falling in Reverse like played, and they were kind of like the same as like the Skillet monologue, where it was just kind of like very some political stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't my thing, but they were good energy in the crowd, so it was just like we were kind of bobbing and
Just
stuff a
enjoy
little
it,
bit. Yeah. And then
take it at face value.
I know we did see Disturbed.
Nice.
Disturbed's always good.
Yeah.
I've seen Disturbed multiple times, never as a headliner, always as like a opener in
Which is
some
weird.
capacity.
Like, for being Disturbed, you think they wouldn't be a headliner band.
Yeah, but I've been to like I went to Monster Energy tour, and to see Slipknot. Disturbed was like the show before it, and I enjoyed Disturbed more than I enjoyed the Slipknot show. So it's like I feel like Disturbed always like hits,
Yeah.
like, and because it's like everyone knows the songs, everyone, and like his voice is like very percussive. It gets you into it, and it's just like it's metal. He has at
Yeah.
a core, and then there's like if the opener like sucks, you could be like, hey, I watched Disturbed. Like they were
Yeah.
good. They hit, you know. But uh so then we watched this show uh Shadows Fall is
Yeah.
another band,
Yeah.
um which I didn't realize I had listened to in high school until I got there and listened to their set, and I was like, oh shit, it's
These guys. Yeah.
Fuck. um but what was cool was uh, so their setup was like right under like the overpass, like a
Mhm.
little bit to the left of it, so that you can see highway patrol up there, like just I guess checking traffic or doing whatever. But one of the officers was just like chilling, like just listening to the music, just like bobbing his head.
He's like, hey, fuck yes, pre-show.
Yeah,
I get better seats in the house, dude, up on
like
the fucking overpass.
like this is legit. Yeah. The lead singer pointed that out. There was a guy in front of us, like tall, kind of like chubby dude with a Mike Bibby jersey, like Sacramento Mike Bibby number 10. I was like, whoa, where did that come
Are we in
from?
the 90s right
Yeah.
now?
I'm like, damn, that like I was wearing that back in like middle school, like sixth grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Jesus Christ. So that was interesting. What else? Oh, the lead singer was drinking these things called beatboxes.
Yeah, dude.
You've heard of them?
I've had them.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
they have them at the fucking station down here. We could
Okay.
get some and just get beatbox tonight, dude.
I wouldn't mind because they're probably way cheaper there.
They're like $2 and they're 11 percenters. Like, dude, they get you going, dude.
Yeah,
Hangover sucks.
oh my god.
It's just straight sugar, dude.
I bet, bro. Dude, that's awful.
Like me and did that one night. We were like shopping at Winco and we saw them. We're just like, fuck it, like $3
Yeah.
for 11 percenters. Fuck it. And then you drink them and you're just like, I understand.
Yeah, you're just like, oh no. Oh no.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah, this guy, he was like, he finished a song and he would just be like, oh, I'm trying. He like reads out the flavor. Not bad.
Grab
Not
the
bad.
cat.
Yeah. He finished, he was like, I know he finished probably 2 on stage when we listened to his set,
Dude.
but he was talking about how he finished a couple beforehand. So he's like, this is number 8. And we're just like, whoa.
How are you still up, Fred Durst?
No. He's just out there, bro.
My feet are locked in place and my upper body won't move.
Yeah. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna put the pictures up. But there was I took pictures in the porta-potties. You know me, anytime we go somewhere, I'm taking pictures on the toilet.
You have to take a picture on the toilet.
Yeah.
You have to get a selfie, just squatted on the toilet.
Yeah, I take I did this, like, we took a trip in Louisiana, and I would take pictures of me at, like, the bars when I'm on the toilet, like, either pissing or shitting. I've done that too, where like there's cool like graffiti on the toilets, and I'll like lean down and take a picture. But
Is that gonna have to be a thing now that we have to do?
it's a thing that I do. I don't know why. I just find it funny, especially the Louisiana trip, because like my mom wanted like a bunch of good photos.
It's just you on the toilet.
Yeah, she was like, send lots of pics, and then it was like me, like there was a lot of nice pics, but then there was like 3 of them of me just like drunk out of my mind
Just
on a
pooping.
bar. Yeah, just on the toilet. One where like I fell and like busted up my knee, and like it was like my bloody knee and me on the toilet, just like, oh.
I can see dick.
No, I made sure.
It's a middle finger. I just switched places with it.
Like so one of my pics in the porta potty, there was like somebody graffitied poop here, and they put it down to where the lobster bib holder was.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. The other one, the second time was somebody had like left their cell phone in the porta potty, and they left their like Bass Pro Shops credit card on top of the cell phone.
Oh no.
And for a second, I wanted to pick up the phone and try to go into like their camera and take a selfie and then put it back. But I was like, I'm just not gonna do it. So to move along with the Aftershock story, so we watched Shadows Fall. Then like after that, I forget if that was like after we saw Disturbed. But what ended up happening in between is the final show was going to be Motley Crue, but before that was going to be Flogging Molly.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So we meet up back with the group at like the stage. I'm pretty sure it was like Disturbed we were watching, and then me and the wife, like my brother had like the tail end of a joint, and I was like, yo, so I took like maybe 2 like puffs, and I was like, that's all I need. I'm gonna be fine. And then so that's me off of to this is, I should have explained this, but I was having like anxiety beforehand because I had like a bunch of shit to do before I can even get there.
Yeah.
So I took like my anxiety med, which is just hydroxyzine, which is like it's kind of like it's like an allergy medicine pretty much.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you drowsy.
No.
So unless you're like doing stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like I was like feeling like drowsy effects and stuff, and then like we get there. I like before we got there, I pounded like a thing of gamer subs I made. I'm just like trying to counteract everything, just being like,
Yeah.
okay, I took a downer, now I need an upper.
Now I'm 2 up. Now I need another downer.
Yeah. So now I took an upper. Now I can drink alcohol because that's a downer.
Just doing your fucking math.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much. So
I'll be good.
So hit the joint. Then we scamper off real quick to Flogging Molly because we're just like, it's like gonna start, and then we're gonna watch a couple of watch till the end of that, and then we're all gonna like the mass exodus of people are gonna go to the Motley Crue final show.
Yeah.
So we get there, and it's like it was like a different corner of the world in like the Aftershock venue, you know, because it was like, you know, metal, or like new metal, blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden it's like Irish rock band, and they're just like playing their little Irish jig music and stuff.
Fuck yeah, dude. Flogging Molly has put on some of the best shows I've seen.
It was a cool vibe. It was just like it was a 180 vibe.
Definitely.
So we were like there, and people were just like you know, you got mosh pits, and this one was just like dancing.
Everybody just fucking going ham.
Yeah, no, they were just dancing. It was just people dancing.
Yeah. No, the one thing that was great, like, cause I saw them before me and moved up here originally at Punk and Drublic.
Okay.
They were doing the tour with NoFX, and that was actually the first time I seen them live. Because before that, they would always go to fucking Warped Tour.
Yeah.
But I couldn't go because of fucking football and bullshit. Like, you know, that career turned out great. And so it was weird because growing up listening to them, like, they were like my favorite band growing up, watching their videos and everything. Like, it was so cool. And then, like, you get to see them live, still a great show, but then you see, like, the violinist, like, she had to sit down for most of it. Like, you could tell, like, they're getting older. Like, which is, like, it's cool, but it sucks at the same time because you're just like, oh, fuck. Like, they're not immortal. Like, their music will be, but they're not.
Yeah.
Like, that's, one thing that always, like, gets to me. I'm just like, oh, shit. They're getting there. But I love them. They're such a good band.
Yeah. It was good energy for sure. I enjoyed it. It's just like, we were listening to it, and then I started like nodding off, standing up, like I was just like, and then would like bump it, you know, like, oh no, wait, I'm watching it, I love this, and she was like, she of course saw that, so then she was like, let's like, how about this? Let's get you Red Bull, and then get another drink, and then finish out the night. I was like, sounds tits.
Sounds tits.
So we went over to the bar, got a Red Bull, got another. I don't even know what we got. It was like another beer or something. But
Yeah.
like, I just like took the Red Bull and I just pounded that shit. I was like, it was gone
Affect
in a second,
me.
and then I was like, I was back into it. It just hit me, and I'm like, woo, just like getting back.
Just start Irish jigging your way back.
That's kind of what I was trying to do. I was just like, I just need to be moving, so I was kind of like bopping around.
Yeah.
And we finished out that part, and then went to Motley Crue, and it was like this huge mass of people wandering to the main stage. We get there, and it's just old people on stage, like the drummer and the lead singer.
Yeah.
I don't know if the drummer is OG band, but of course the lead singer is.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the drummer is, because he was like an old dude.
Well, isn't it Motley Crue, Tommy Lee?
Is it?
I think so.
I don't even know. I know
He is old.
I've listened to Motley Crue once before, like live.
Yeah.
And radio stuff. But the thing is, like, I never remember people. They're like band names, unless I'm just like, I want to know the lore.
Yeah, and I'm like, I've never like I enjoy Motley Crue's music, but I've never been like a fan.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and like I think I can say that for like most music. Like I know like some people, like even Flogging Molly, one of my favorite bands. Can't tell you a single name of any person in that band.
Yeah.
Just because, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, it's cool to know, but why?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not obsessed like that.
Yeah,
and
like,
that's not a bad thing,
no.
I guess, but it's still just like,
it's different because you meet those people that are out there that know everything about fucking the band. Like, oh, you didn't notice that they had 4 children from an illegitimate person like 10 years ago?
They turn to you like, oh, this would have been a better show like 2 years ago if so and so didn't leave, and you're like, I enjoyed it. Like,
who's so and so?
Yeah. I think they're playing the same music that they were playing 2 years ago. It sounds exactly the same.
You can tell the new guitarist they have. He's at half a time off.
Half a time off. Yeah, he's using different types of chords.
Yeah, he's not using the Ernie balls.
Yeah, they get like real intricate about it. When really like your fucking eardrums are blasted after watching all these bands, and by the time you hit the headliner, it's just like, for me, watching Motley Crue, he was singing. And that's great. I couldn't understand anything he was saying. It just sounded like screeching.
It's like fucking, I think it was like Sammy Hagar was on stage singing at a bar or something like that, and you could not understand like a single word he was saying. Yeah. It's a rabble bro. Like, you just gotta fucking voice it. Just, it'll happen.
I think that was we watched, and I don't want to say it was Sammy Hagar, but I know we saw like Buckcherry and Motley Crue. Okay. And I think Sammy Hagar might have been on the ticket.
Yeah.
This was years ago, back when it was like
the Cal Fair.
Sleep Train.
Okay, Sleep Train.
Yeah. So it was cool. I remember that was like the first live concert I went to where like people were like showing their tits to them. Like,
boobies!
No way! Yeah.
You could just do that here?
That happens? That's real?
Yeah.
There was a part in the Motley Crue concert, like, where it was like an intermission, like a, I don't know, breathe break.
We need to go get some water and breathe.
Yeah. And then the drummer came out on stage and he's all like, I love this energy, but I need to see some titties. Let's see them titties. And he was like, just yelling at the crowd, and he's like pointing out and like, there's some, and like there's cameras, like, so they live switch back to like the crowd and like don't see anything. It's like,
just doing it for the camera.
I think so. I think the vibe, everybody was like, you might have too old.
Yeah, like maybe 5 years ago I showed you a titty.
I bet there was, though. There had to be some,
I mean, yeah.
There's some older people that are just like,
it's like that, and then it's just some people just enjoyed exhibitionism.
Yeah.
They enjoy flashing their titties to a random person like that. Like, because imagine that. Imagine being able to go up to somebody and just be like, oh, boop, and then someone just be like they could be having the shittiest day, and then
I
you
could
see a
change
boob.
your whole mood with one quick flashing nip.
Yeah. Not even a whole nip. You can just do like under boob, and it would just be like, oh, booby.
But there was a point, like, so we're like listening to Motley Crue. They've done like they've done their set, and then they've done a couple of cover songs.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the cover songs. I know one of them was like, maybe Rob Zombie or something else.
American band.
What's the one that You Will Be My Frankenstein?
Oh, Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, yeah.
Yeah.
He covered Alice Cooper. That was one. There was another one he covered that I just can't remember the band's name because I'm bad with that.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, that's that. It was just like cool to hear, but it wasn't. When I say screeching, I don't mean like his voice was bad. I just mean like I couldn't understand what he was saying, and it was just like his voice amalgamated into like one sound into my eardrum, and then at the end of the show, it was like done. We all met up back to with each other, the group, and then we like left. And then the next day, I was like, my throat was itchy,
Oh
and
no.
I was like, oh, it's just because I was at Aftershock yelling.
I
A
had a
bunch,
good
right?
time.
Yeah, that's all it is. And then yeah, next day, still scratchy throat, and so I was like, great, I'm getting sick. So like for the rest of the week, it's been like me getting up in the morning, taking like pain relievers and fever reliever stuff.
You know you're old when.
Yeah, when you get up in the morning, you take pain relief immediately. I know.
With my
Yeah,
coffee.
I was doing that. I was taking other like cold medicine, but mostly just like vitamins and like anything. I was just like because that happened.
Flintstone gummies.
The immediate like the next couple days was setting up, getting ready for this trip. So I'm just like. I am not gonna be sick for this trip, and if I am, I'm just gonna wear a mask the entire time, and I don't care. Like I'm going on this trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by Friday, like I felt better. Like I no longer had a scratchy throat, but all of a sudden I just have a runny nose.
Oh no.
So it's like I'm on the mend. I know
I
that,
can't win.
but it's just like, oh fuck, like. That could have really fucked up this whole goddamn trip. But yeah, Ferndale's cool.
Yeah, no, it's a dope little area. It's small and stuff. You definitely get those like small town vibes up here, where it's just like everybody knows your name. Like you could walk into a store and they'll be like, "So and so, how's it going?" Like, it's definitely one of those places, which is super nice. Like,
Yeah,
but
we went to the museum.
yeah, how was that?
That was pretty dope. It was like this old dude was like did the tour, and he was interesting. He was a cool guy.
Yeah,
he knew everybody because I guess he probably came into Ferndale around the time when they had like a whole artist influx.
okay.
So he told us about like the past history, like during a slump period, somebody's daughter that was like kind of cosmopolitan is how he described her, wanted it to be a artist town, and he kept saying calling it Carmel, like she wanted it to be like another Carmel, and I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
and it was never explained. So, but she bought out like all these empty properties because they were just like boarded up and nobody. It was just a slump, and she bought them all up and then rented them out hella cheap to like, so artists showed up because they're like cheap rent. Hell yeah,
fuck yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was just like an influx of artists. And then he was describing how the town went from like it was originally dairy. And then it turned into like an agricultural switch of like mainly potatoes, and then it switched back after like the during and after the artist influx, and he was like, yeah, I went back to dairy, kept calling all the homes like butterfat palaces or butterfat mansions.
Okay.
Because they're built off of the dairy industry and stuff, and like that's all Ferndale is dairy, and I'm like, cool, dude.
That's pretty rad.
There was
Cause they have the creamery too here.
yeah, that was the thing. They had like you go down to the basement. There's all this equipment about like the milk, the dairy industry equipment, like the centrifuges and stuff. Some cool stuff. But he was an interesting guy. He repeated a couple stories, and of
course gets into that loop. He's like, "Did I tell it? Fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyways."
Yeah, he just didn't care.
I'm getting my point across.
He was just an old fella just doing his thing. It was rad. Yeah. Uh, what other interesting things have gone on? Shit, this whole town is like filled with orb weaver spiders.
Dude, it's been taken over by the orb weavers.
Yeah.
Like we have one on the back window here. I'm pretty sure it's just dying.
Yeah, that one's massive. That's the biggest one I've seen.
Dude, it's huge. I'm pretty sure it's just a huge female.
I touched its butt. I don't know what it's called, and it's just like.
That's why I think it's dying, because it's just, I blow on it and it's just like.
Yeah, just like, oh, a gentle breeze. Don't blow me off this web. Go away.
But yeah, dude, I'm stoked on going to that little fair tonight.
Yeah.
Stuff, little haunted house. Go get freaky.
Yeah, so we got some stuff in the works, like as far as planning goes for this trip. We're gonna go to a haunted house. And there's supposed to be like some live music playing.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Live music, some food, fair things.
Yeah.
I think it should be fun.
Yeah.
Be a good time. Go pregame it. Get real good before we get out there.
Yeah.
Nice and shitty.
Maybe take a couple shots
Yeah,
before we even get there.
I wish we had a flask.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If I could just bring that and pull some nips off it.
Yeah.
What are we at? 50 minutes?
It's 6:21. I don't think it gives me
Little short guy, a little short episode.
Yeah.
Because my ass is hurting.
Okay.
These chairs aren't made for sitting, like my boots aren't made for walking.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh no!
Lean in close.
What's up?
Lean in close. He smells like. I promised in episode or earlier that I would smell you and tell the audience how you actually smell. So,
ass and sweat.
Honestly, you smell like nothing. You don't have a scent.
That's good, because I usually do.
And especially for like just walking around all day too.
Right?
Just surprising. Yeah, like usually people would have like a scent, like that's that person's scent when you go into their homes or stuff. But like, nah, not really. That's
I'll
good.
take that. That's a W.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah.
Well, I think we'll end it short.
Yeah,
And I'm
quick
sorry
one for
it's
you
short,
guys.
but it's getting darker and
We have things to do.
yeah. And plus, like I wanted to set up the light, but USB ports are low. But it's whatever. Anyways, this has been the A2J podcast. I was your host, Axel. This was my co-host, John.
Where's Happy Games?
Coming at you from Ferndale, California.
Visit if you have a chance.
Yeah, definitely visit. It's a cool town. Lots of things to see. And they're a big Halloween town, so I would suggest Halloween.
And Christmas.
Oh
Big
yeah,
on
they
Christmas.
were saying okay, yeah. I think I should mention this. If you're also in not August, Memorial Day weekend, they do this they do this art sculpture bike race thing.
Oh yeah, the kinetic sculpture races.
Yes,
That's
what
actually
it's called.
a big humble thing. They start up there and then make their way south
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah, the guy was telling us that it starts in Humboldt. It's a 3-day thing, and then it ends in Ferndale.
Yeah.
is what he said.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the logistics of it. But I would rather just be in Ferndale and watch people come in.
I mean, it's like that. They like go across the bay and stuff, like over in like Eureka, like by the T Street launch.
Yeah.
And stuff like they go into the water and have to paddle across it and get it across that. They go out and do the dunes. Like they do a lot of stuff.
That's
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to check it out, but always worked when it happened.
So come out to Ferndale. We'll catch you guys next time. Leave in the comments a cool place you've been to and would like to share.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Maybe you guys could do a podcast on it.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram. There's also a Twitter, but don't worry about that. It's not that active. Sometimes I'll post like memes or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Twitter sucks.
Yeah. Well, bye.
Bye.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourselves.